Okay, I'm starting to see some people reject opportunities out the gate in pursuit of remote work. In actuality, some of these folks, that's not even what they're looking for. Let's talk about it. If you don't know me, my name's Hatu. I'm a recruiter, I'm a career coach, and this is your Power Pivots point of the day. All right. Obviously, during the pandemic, it became a lot more popular for people to work remotely. When you're working remotely, there is no office for you to go into. Even if there is an office, you are not going into the office like ever. You just don't go into the office, right? Now, as things have opened up and return to office has become more popular, companies are starting to mandate that people are coming in on a particular cadence, whether that's daily, a few times a week, a few times a month, quarterly, whatever it is. Now, that's a hybrid arrangement, right? Because there is some expectation that you're going to come into the office. Now, I think a lot of times when people are asking about remote opportunities, they are not they're not using the right term because you shouldn't lead with remote. You should lead with the in-office requirement. And the reason being, there may be some opportunities where your in-office requirement is so little that it allows you to still work from the location that you're in. So at that point, you could consider yourself hybrid and not necessarily remote. A lot of companies are very sensitive to people who are asking for remote arrangements because it ends up being a whole large like approval thing that ends up having to go through when there are other avenues that you can take. So say for instance, if the job is based in one location and the company has other locations, you could ask if the job can be based out of a location that's closer to you that you can access more easily. If the job is based out of a location that you're not in, you could ask what are your in-office requirements. You always want to find out what the in-office requirements are because it may be more feasible than you think. If you have to come in once a month or once a quarter, then it may be a lot easier and you're technically not remote at that point. So instead of leading with asking about remote opportunities, ask what the in office requirements are and ask more questions about where the locations of these roles are so you can try and make something work. Always go into it with trying to make something work as opposed to saying, hey, I'm remote and that's what it is. Because at that point, whoever is hired for that job will just leave you at that point and you may have missed out on a good opportunity. Follow for more tips. Talk soon.